Tickle my asshole. Tickle me fancy. Tickle my balls. Pubic hairs.
Oh, you're just making this too easy to get stuff. Hey, what is going on, everybody? We are back again for episode 7 of the Metal Hour. As always, I, of course, am Dominic Garden. Next to me
is the one, the only, Zach Hart. What's up, guys?
Oh, man, Zach Hart. I love this guy. You guys should love this guy. Good guy. Comes to my house, raids my fridge. Like, literally, just walked in and was like, hey, what do you guys got? And just opened my door and was like...
Open the fridge, open the freezer, open up the pantry.
I'm like, he comes to my house, because this is where we record. Before we start anything, I just want to talk about how you entered, because we record at my house in my little office area. And so, I get to the door, he knocks on the door or whatever, and he's fully shirtless, and just... walks in, he's like, you told me to I asked if I can come over, and you're like, yeah, so I just grabbed my stuff and I left. And I'm like, what? And so he walks in, puffs his vape, blows it in my house, goes to my fridge, opens it up, and just like starts rummaging through my fridge, goes to my pantry, starts rummaging through my pantry, you know, and
I was hungry.
Goes to my cabinets, opens up, he's like, these are drinks in here? Yeah, okay. And he grabs a cup and he takes my orange juice, which is for work, man. Yeah. And he just starts pouring it, you know, and so you guys got a lot of cereal. And just grabs a bowl and, you know, takes all my cereal. I'm like, jeez, man.
And I'm going to take some more food for lunch.
Yeah, I know. He's like, I got ribs in there. He's like, oh, ribs sound pretty good, you know. Jeez, man. Oh,
you love me, no?
Somebody's gotta at least, you know, keeps you off the streets. But anyway, I'm feeling good today. I hope you're feeling good today.
I'm feeling great, man.
Because
nice bowl of cereal inside me, a nice glass of OJ. I feel great now.
Jeez, man, took all my stuff. But I'm feeling great because, you know, coming up in, Saturday, your boy's going to a tattoo convention up in Tampa.
Yeah, boy, you excited?
Yeah, man. Villain Arts Convention in Tampa. If anybody is around the Tampa area or close there, you should go to Villain Arts Tattoo Convention to the Tampa Convention Center.
And watch Dom get his nipples tattooed.
I am getting a chest piece, and it's by, if you guys don't know, if you ever watched Ink Master or if you know him in general, his name's Christian Buckingham. Probably one of the best like black and gray artists there is right now. Dude is a freaking monster.
Most people recognize him by the tribal face cheek tattoos.
His tribal face tattoos. But if you don't know him, you gotta check him out. Like his page, man. Christian Buckingham, Facebook, Instagram. Go check him out.
Really cool guy.
But now that we got all that out of the way, let's get to what people are here for, man. Metal talk. So
for real. So
we got a lot of great stuff, man. What you got?
I gotta say, coming up here, there are a few new releases coming out.
There's like 3 things that we just saw the other day.
Yeah, 3 things,
and one we saw one that we saw this morning.
I know.
You know, so.
Now, I will say this. One of the biggest things that I'm kind of excited about is Rings of Saturn.
Oh, yeah.
They're going to be dropping a new album.
Freaking alien core, man.
You gotta fucking love them. Now, the exact date, I am uncertain. I know it's going to be within this week to next week.
Right.
If I'm not mistaken. But it is going to be a 2-disc CD if you get the CD.
Right.
Essentially, if I'm not mistaken, it's going to be at least like 10, 15 songs.
Right.
But I heard a few of the singles, and I gotta say, fucking phenomenal.
Yeah.
Fucking phenomenal.
My thing is, I don't really listen to Rings that much. It's just me personally. I never just got around to it. Not saying I hate them or anything. I think they're really good. We've seen them live.
Yeah.
Which we'll get into that in a little bit. But, you know, in your personal opinion, does it sound like Rings of Saturn, or does it sound like they're trying to go into a
new
different
thing?
Yeah.
It sounds...
Or is it still like super like alien core-esque, or they're trying to...
They stuck with the same Rings. It sounds like your typical Rings album, but they're breakdowns.
Oh, are they a lot heavier? Or
there's actual breakdowns.
Right.
And it's not just constant...
Like,
That's my version of a guitar.
Yeah.
But
beautiful.
but no, it's pretty fucking good, and the type of vocals that they're doing is a little bit more diverse, a little bit different. It's not a lot of highs, chugging highs, and fucking like just gut rolls.
Right.
There's a lot of diversity that they're doing, and I can really tell with the new guitarist that they have because dude, they cycle out guitarists and drummers constantly, but it's not like they get rid of them. They just legitimately cycle them out.
They just move them
rotate. They constantly rotate. And with this newer guy, I can tell a big difference in regards of style of how he plays.
I mean, I guess
I like it.
I guess for some bands, a lot of bands, it works if they, keep the same people for the whole entire time. But
for a 3-person band,
they do a pretty good job. There's a lot of really good 3-person bands out there. Freaking Primus is a great one.
Yeah.
Nirvana was a great one, which we got something on Nirvana coming up in a minute.
True.
So a little teaser right there. And Rings of Saturn was a really great one. And so
I will say this: there is a band that I watched live when I actually saw a legendary band called Norma Jean.
Mm-hmm.
I saw them play their 25th anniversary of "Oh God, the Aftermath" album. Right. But there was a band there called 68, and it's a
I've never heard of them.
It's a 2-person death metal band.
How does that even work? Was it like
It is mind-blowing. And get this, the original singer from Norma Jean left Norma Jean and formed that band.
Really?
Yes. And it's a 2-person band. He plays the guy, they have a drummer and a vocalist and a guitarist and a vocalist. There's no bassist whatsoever.
Okay.
And they both do vocals. And I saw them live and I was fucking blown away. I mean, the smaller bands actually work out. I mean, I know this isn't metal, but the White Stripes, it's just, was it a brother or sister? I think so, yeah.
Yeah, a brother and sister group, and it's just 2 people.
And it works.
And it works. It works out.
But these guys are fucking metal. And it works.
And it oddly works, but, going to Rings of Saturn, I remember we saw them in concert, and I don't know if it was just this one concert because they were pressed for time, because they had, 5 bands they had to squeeze in a 2-hour period.
Yeah, they played 3 songs.
They played 3 songs, and I was kind of sad because
it was 2.
I was kind of excited because they're pretty much, it was a Whitechapel concert, surprise. And but a lot of people there that we talked to and we saw were there for Rings.
Yeah,
they loved Rings of Saturn
because they don't really tour a lot.
No,
They don't do a lot. And they're good, but they just don't do a lot.
Like, let's see. So This Is Suffering came on first, and they played a freaking great set. The dude went hard. Then I think it was Ethios.
Ethios, the female vocalist.
She was phenomenal, really good. Very staticky. Yeah. Not her, just this style, which I thought was interesting. But then Rings of Saturn came on. Then it was Carnifex and Whitechapel. Yeah. But Rings of Saturn only played like 3 songs.
Yeah, but granted though, a Rings of Saturn song is an average from 5 to 7, 8 minutes.
So like half of a Tool song?
Pretty much. Pretty much.
So, but I mean, but and also the worst part is if you're looking at the stage, we were on the left side and they were hanging out all over on the right side. Which kind of sucked. But I mean, I'm not mad at them. I'm sure they put on a good show for what they had, and everybody loved it. Remember the guy who had the little alien plush doll or whatever? Then the lead singer grabbed it and started held it up on stage. He's like, yeah, and you start singing, holding up the alien plush.
That was nice.
That was freaking good, man. And speaking of more albums and whatnot, a band that you really like, Gideon, came out with a new one not too long ago.
They did actually. They actually released a new album, and I'm actually really stoked about it because it kind of came out of somewhat nowhere. Like there was a little bit of talk about it because they released like a few singles, but it was only like 1 or 2 singles that they dropped. But the album is called Out of Control.
Out of Control, okay.
And from what I've heard, pretty fucking solid.
Yeah,
it's pretty fucking solid. Honestly, it reminds me. Don't hate me for this.
I'm not gonna hate you.
It sounds kind of like a old school Atreyu in a sense.
Okay,
but not like old school.
There's no wrong with Atreyu. Yeah, I get down with Atreyu.
I like Atreyu, but it has like it sounds like Gideon, but with like Atreyu, white baby mixed into it with like some ethnic grunge. It's weird.
Interesting.
It's like
interesting take on it. But,
yeah.
I mean, hey, you like what you like. I personally haven't listened to Gideon much, but from what I've heard of him, I think I've heard Flying Whales. It was like their 7-minute whale song.
Yes.
Which I'm like, this is pretty cool. I like this. I can get down with this. I just never really got back to listening to them and like actually looking them up. Yeah. Which I'm definitely going to have to because I liked what I heard. And not gonna spend too much on Gideon, but let's go to probably the biggest one that you're most excited about,
bro.
Like one of your favorite bands of like all time, freaking Norma Jean, just released.
All my favorite bands keep changing for each episode. It's like Chelsea Grin's my favorite band, Norma Jean. But no, honestly, I love all these bands. Like I like. It's really hard for me to pick a favorite, but I'm gonna be honest. Norma Jean was one of the first death metal
they were
bands
a gateway
I've seen.
Band.
They were a very big gateway band for me because when I first listened to metal, there was 4 bands that I actually listened to.
Yeah.
And it was Chelsea's Grin.
Okay.
Attila.
Okay.
Believe it or not.
Yeah, right.
Norma Jean.
Yeah.
And Job for a Cowboy.
Dude, old school. They invented the pig squeals, man.
That's what I'm saying.
And then them and what was it? Freaking Salt the Wound.
Yeah.
The pig squeal masters.
Yeah.
Peas and carrots. Oh, geez.
It was really good.
I was like, God.
But speaking of Norma Jean, though, now this band has been around since like early fucking 2000s. Like their first album dropped in 2002. Now, this most recent album that was dropped was in 2016.
Yeah.
It's 2019 right now.
Mm-hmm.
They just out of fucking nowhere released an EP of like 4 or 5 songs. Out of fucking nowhere.
Yeah.
And I just saw it this morning.
Right.
I hadn't even had the chance to listen to it. But I already know it's going to be fucking good.
Right.
I just know it's going to be good.
It's just one of those bands that you're like, okay, this is going to be good.
Yeah.
Like, this is going to be really, really good.
Like, dude, I remember when I saw them live, their pit was it was at the Orpheum in Tampa. So let me
Great venue.
It's one of my favorites.
Freaking love that venue.
And in regards to the Orpheum, how it's laid out, you have the bar right when you first walk in.
Yep.
And then you have a metal railing that divides where the merch or whatever is, and the little step up where people can sit and chill. And then right above it is the booth.
Yeah.
But right past the railing is a hardwood floor,
just
quote unquote dance floor, essentially, and then the stage.
Yeah.
And in there, there's a pillar on the side, another pillar on the side. There are like 4 columns right outside, like circling us, basically on the 4 corners of the dance floor.
Right.
When I went to this show, when Norma Jean came on, it was like in the middle of the set. It was just fucking intense.
Right.
I ran into a guy named Tyler, he was actually also on Ink Master. He had these huge fucking gauges.
Oh,
and he didn't win. He lost. But he was there.
That's
cool.
Still pretty cool, man.
But it was so fucking intense that people were literally climbing up those fucking pillars and jumping off them into the fucking pit.
That's awesome, man.
It was brutal as fuck. Like there was, they didn't have to ask for a wall of death. People kept just dividing it, closing in, dividing, closing in. It's like everyone wanted concussions.
Exactly.
It was phenomenal.
Man, I remember that was the Orpheum was my first pit I was ever in, man. It was, I think I got in during, it was a Planet Burning Body set. And
I've always wanted to see them.
Dude, I listened to them again, and they're so fun. Like, yeah, they're death metal, but they're so, like, Texas pride. Just, like,
super Southern pride, man.
Like, I believe it's Texas Blood Money is the name of the song. And it starts out like people chanting
stars at night are big and bright here in the heart of Texas.
And he's like, what's going on, everybody? It's a Planet Burning Body. Let's drop some Jaeger bombs.
Let's fuck that shit up,
and
bro.
Pretty much, it was just, it's partycore, man.
It is.
And they were so fun. And so I was looking at the pit, and I'm not going to lie to you, I was probably 16 at the time, and I was like, Okay, this is my first pit. I don't know what to expect. I was kind of nervous. I ain't gonna lie, which that's okay. You
My
don't
first
know.
pit, I was a little nervous too.
You're always nervous your first time.
I had my hands over my dick because I was so afraid of getting hit in the dick. So I moshed with my hands like between my legs, just swinging my elbows around.
Man, like,
Guarding my dick. Guarding my dick.
But now you're just like, whatever.
Yeah.
But like it was so much fun. The first pit ever, and I was a twink, a little stick back at 16 years old, man. It's probably like 100 pounds soaking wet. And I was going against like these 200 plus 6 foot guys, and they just slammed into me. I remember one time, the dude slammed into me, pat me on the back, and just kept going. I'm like, these guys are pretty cool, man. It's like they're just trying to have fun, you know?
Yeah.
But
it's all in love.
But so yeah, we got freaking Gideon, Rings of Saturn, and Norma Jean. And speaking of Rings of Saturn, speaking of alien core, can we talk about something that this isn't politics, this is just straight news.
It is.
That
it really is news.
Tom DeLonge, I believe, is the former guitarist of Blink-182.
Guitarist / singer type deal.
Yeah. He has a foundation called To the Stars Academy, is what I believe it's called.
Yeah.
And it's all about UFO studying and alien studying. Yeah. Which is what he left Blink-182
to go fucking do.
Which I'm sure everyone's like, you're one of the biggest bands.
Why are you doing this? Like, are you stupid?
Come to find out that he has a whole committee of people doing this, and come to find out that they got some footage. I believe it was like a UFO or something like that.
They ended up getting footage, and they actually got a material substance that is unclassified.
But the freaking, what was it, the Navy? Yeah, the Navy looked into the footage, and they were saying that it is legit true footage.
Yeah.
Which is pretty insane, man. Like that.
And they compensated the materials that they rated, and they compensated the materials that they found.
Yeah.
Stuff.
And I think
on the words.
Yeah, it's okay. But I think that's kind of cool, man. And coming from
fucking think.
And that coming from a guy who had a song about screwing a dog, you know.
I wanna fuck a dog in the butt.
You know, and just a whole song about nothing but just straight cuss words, you know.
Yeah.
Like, and for him to turn around and, you know, do all this findings and footage and stuff like that, and to have some
legit.
And have some of it confirmed
by the fucking military.
That's pretty crazy, man. Like, so Rings of Saturn's new album is going to be out after that, you know?
And they're going to be like, told ya, bitches.
It's like, come on, there's something up. The truth is out there, you know? So, I mean, that's pretty freaking cool, man. I don't have too much to say on that, but I just want to throw that out there. Like,
that's pretty fucking cool.
I mean, that goes to show. I mean, if you're passionate about something, if you want to do something,
you can do whatever the fuck you want.
Just go do it, man. Go pursue it and keep pursuing. That's why we started this.
Exactly.
You know? I mean, my job's pretty good. I have a pretty good job. I make a pretty good living.
Same.
Yours is too. But this is something that we're passionate about. We want to see it grow, and you know, want to see it take off. Just like
and we just want to bring a community together.
Yeah.
Of just because you know, there's so many different things that people talk about, different genres, but there's not a lot of shit going on with metal or rock, you know. It's kind of dead, and so we just want to help be that voice for those people, you know.
Just like which I'm sure Tom DeLonge was doing with the alien stuff.
Yeah, and you were mentioning something about Nirvana.
Yes, yeah, we teased Nirvana not too long ago. So something else that's pretty cool that's going on in the news. Kurt Cobain, R.I.P.
Oh man,
yeah, it sucks. But Kurt Cobain, his sweater that he wore on Unplugged, when he did his whole acoustic section, that kind of khaki long, more like cardigan type of looking deal.
It looked like a cardigan.
It's actually going up for auction right now.
I want it.
Which I don't know, man. I haven't even looked up how much it's going for, but I bet you that thing is going for thousands, dude.
I guarantee you someone's gonna buy it, wear it, and then just
beat off to it, you know?
Yeah.
Oh.
Beat off to it.
If y'all couldn't see what Zach just did, he just made a very rude gun gesture. It was sad.
The funny thing is, you know, Kurt Cobain's new recent microphone was actually a 12-gauge shotgun. My bad.
Oh, too soon.
Too soon.
It's been like 20 years. It's okay. Yeah. But I think that's pretty cool. You know, I will not.
I love Kurt Cobain. Just full disclosure.
Yeah, he's a freak. He was he defined music.
He was fucking awesome.
And
I want to know what he would be like if he was still here. I want to know.
Have you seen that Family Guy episode where Stewie goes back in time? He's like, wait! Don't kill yourself. There's another option. Try Haagen-Dazs. And so he saves Kurt Cobain, but there's a new like solo album, and Kurt Cobain's just like super fat. You know, I'm like, come on, Haagen-Dazs is always the answer.
It's a life saving.
Give me on some strawberry Haagen-Dazs, man. But dude, just imagine music today if some of the greatest artists of all time
were still alive.
Like freaking, I know this is recent, but still, Chester Bennington, if he was still alive, I bet you we'd see a new Linkin Park album out right now.
I guarantee you, I would have saw them live when I had my tickets before he killed himself.
I wanted to see them live, man. I bet they put on a freaking awesome show.
I did.
My fiance's seen them, I think.
Really?
Yeah, I think so. I'm not 100% sure, but I can almost swear to you that she's seen them. We should ask her. She's not here right now, but we should ask her.
Chris Cornell,
man, freaking Soundgarden and Audioslave. Audioslave, one of my favorite bands.
I would love to know what they would do if they were still around.
It was It was basically Rage Against the Machine, but with Chris Cornell as a singer, because it had everybody like Tom Morello, the drummer, and everything like that. Which Tom Morello, one of my all-time favorite guitar players. I freaking love that dude.
For real.
But it just where music would be, and if freaking I know they're not metal, but they definitely are big enough in the music scene where they can be respected by metal artists. If freaking Queen, Freddie Mercury was still alive, dude.
I'll be absolutely honest. If Queen was still alive, I feel like all of music would actually have gone for a more of a change.
It would change.
I feel like music would be a little bit even more appreciated in all genres.
Yeah.
In all genres.
But don't get me wrong, I haven't seen... I've seen videos with Adam Lambert doing Queen. He's doing a really freaking good job. I'll give him credit.
Adam Lambert, that's the singer for.
He's not. He doesn't sing for him. He's a solo artist. He was on American Idol.
Oh yeah, see, I don't watch that.
Neither did I. But this was back in like 2008, I think.
True.
So
for some reason, I hear Adam Lambert and I'm thinking the guy from like Panic at the Disco, and I know that's
Brendan Urie, which actually Brendan Urie has something to do with metal, I swear. Okay.
He does?
Yes. I'll tell you why. Because there was talk, and I think it's actually going to happen, that Brendan Urie was going to release a metal, either song or album. Which, don't give me that...
My jaw's dropped.
Don't give me that face. It's because the thing is, he like joked around with some metal vocals.
You're kidding,
Excuse me. Yeah. On stage, and he did some lows, which, if you want my honesty, they're good. But they're your average like newbie lows, like kind of dry, just yeah. And so he did that for a little while, but there was talk about him wanting to do some metal stuff. And
I won't say no.
I'm kind of all for it.
If he wants to do it, have at it, bro.
If he can get a little better training with his vocals, like the dude himself with his cleans. Is a freaking monster. That dude is probably one of the best. He needs to speak
to the pterodactyl. He can give him some training.
He needs to talk to Dickie Allen and get, do something, because his cleans, his dry vocals, and his stuff that he does is really, really good.
He can sing.
Dude can sing. Dude can sing. Like, there's no debate about it. Dude can sing. But, that's...
He can't act, though.
Was he in a movie?
Yeah. He played the Joker in Suicide Squad.
That was Jared Leto.
Oh.
From 30 Seconds to Mars.
Oh. He can't act.
Actually, he can. It's just that role was not that good.
Sorry, guys. I feel a little stupid. I don't listen to pop and stuff like that. So those names, those people, they don't compute with me. They all look the same.
I think Brendan Urie is respected in all genres.
Brendan Urie's good.
But freaking... Don't get me started on Jared Leto. We're the Joker. We'll be here for this. That's a whole different cast. But since we're talking about the news and artist, I guess Tom is a former artist, but artist being in the news, we have one. No, Tom DeLonge being in the news. We have one that's probably
fucking huge.
One of the bigger bands right now, and he kind of said something that I think we were thinking. John Cooper, who's the lead singer of Skillet. And if you guys don't know Skillet, yes, they are a Christian band, but
they started from nothing.
Yeah.
And they literally worked from being just your typical Christian band to actually being top fucking charts in the rock industry. And I'm fucking proud of them.
Which the thing is, if I know people are like, oh, Christian metal is all worship. Nah, these guys, they're not like that. I mean, they do go to like Christian concerts like Night of Joy, Rock Universe, stuff like that.
Because they are, that's what they believe in. Yeah. But they do make great music.
They make phenomenal
even
music.
With like other Christian bands,
yeah.
Like even though they have more moralistic and very scriptural lyrics behind them, all in all, like we all like music. We all go down the same thing. Like for today, Maddie Montgomery, fucking, I saw them live on their farewell tour, and dude, he preached like in the middle of the set. He did a whole like sermon, right in the middle of it, and like it was fucking powerful. Honestly, like he was talking about like depression, suicide, shit like that, stuff that you don't. That's very kind of sensitive to talk about. Like not a lot of people do, and he was just, he was talking about personal struggles in his life, and like even the band Beartooth, who's not a Christian band, did something very similar, and in the middle of their set on their Disease tour, I think that was the name of the tour, and he stopped in midway and got really fucking real and shared, very fucking hard struggles in his life, like of depression and stuff, and like even then it just moved the crowd, like,
and that's the thing. I went to now no one don't judge me, but I went to a Five Finger concert.
I did too.
Because
I love Five
Look,
Finger.
I don't care what anybody says. Five Finger's a good band. Like, respect them or not, I don't care. They put out solid music. Now they're number one band in the world. No,
but I like the fact that they're pro-military.
That's pretty cool. And but
America, fuck you,
America. But they're pretty good. A lot of songs I can vibe to. They're really good. But anyway, I went to one of their concerts, and this isn't about them. This is about I think the band was called In Flames.
I like In Flames.
They were pretty good, and the guy, like at the end of every single song, which kind of got a little repetitive, but I can understand, where he's getting at. He was talking about his struggles with like cocaine addiction and how music, like helped him get through the cocaine addiction, everything, this and that, and it's like,
there's a point in time where he does get too much though.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. It's good to talk about, hey,
just don't take away from your set.
Yeah, I've been there. I know what you're talking about. Just don't take away from the music. That's great. I love that you've been there. That people have somebody to look up to.
It's great that you did cocaine and smoked crack and you just got through that shit, man.
But I'm trying to headbang, man. Not be sad. Let's go. But no,
wimpy punches in the pit.
Yeah, but like anybody, like with Skillet, give them a listen because, like we said, they are a Christian band, but they're not preachy.
They're not.
They're not. But because here's my thing.
Are.
I'll get back to why we have John Cooper in the news right now. But here's my thing. I'm not a Satanist, but I love satanic music. I love ghosts.
Satanic, like Santana?
Santana.
Santana music.
But you know what I mean. But I love Ghost. I love Thy Art Is Murder.
Ghost, man.
I've seen them live.
They're so good.
I've seen them live with Poppy Emeritus. Not the new Cardinal guy, but Poppy Emeritus was freaking awesome because in the middle of the set he gave the Birds and Bees talk to the kids in the crowd.
Yeah, wasn't he at like 98 Rockfest?
No. He might have been, but it was probably one of the best concerts I've ever been to. It was Ghost, Ghost opening and Iron Maiden headlining.
All right, I'm jealous. I'm leaving now.
Which was so freaking good because Poppy Emeritus he stopped the crowd. He's like, and he had that super thick. I can't remember if they're Finnish or they're Swedish. They're either Finnish or Swedish, one of the two. But he had that super thick accent, and he was like, "I see a lot of kids in the crowd." I'm not even gonna try the accent. He's like, "I see a lot of kids in the crowd," and so
guten Tag.
So I'm gonna help you parents out, and I'm gonna talk to you guys about the birds and the bees. And he went like full detail, and he's like, "There you go, parents. Now you don't have to do it." So I'm like, "That's freaking awesome." But if that's the thing about metal, man, it's diverse. If you're atheist, agnostic, Muslim, Christian, whatever.
Hinduism.
Don't
or Hindu.
solely set yourself to that type of metal, if you would. branch out. There's a lot of really be open minded.
Exactly, like we were talking about on the other episode. There's literally, when it comes to metal and rock, there is literally something for everyone.
Absolutely.
There's so much diversity among the bands and lyrics that if you want to stick to what your quote unquote core belief is, then you can do that. If you want to branch out and just listen to the music for the music, you can do that. There's literally anything and everything out there for everyone. There's even comedic fucking metal. Bro Job.
Bro Job, man.
Fucking Bro Job and
Sunside Skater Kids.
Yeah, Sunset Skater Kids.
Sunset Skater Kids. They're more punk, but
they're like I don't know.
Punk metal. They're everywhere.
They're death metal with Blink-182 punk.
Right, like the freaking song. Trigger Warning.
That's one of my fucking favorite songs.
If
I know
guys,
it by heart.
Was it Sunrise Skater Kids?
Sunrise Skater Kids.
Trigger Warning. We're not going to tell you anything. Just go watch it. It's freaking hilarious.
Please watch it. It sums up 2018 and 19 in a fucking nutshell.
But anyway, so let's get to why we're talking about John Cooper, because he recently came out with a statement stating that he kind of feels really he was going to radio stations, different radio stations such as like 98 Rock or any other radio station that you can think of.
The Bone.
That's not Sirius X. That's not Sirius
XM,
because Sirius has like liquid metal, which is death metal.
Yeah.
Hair metal, stuff like this.
Like your commercial radios, not like extra paid special radio.
Yeah. So he went to some of them, was like, why aren't you guys playing our stuff? Why aren't you and he's like, well, it's just not what people want to hear, yada yada yada. And John Cooper said, well, we're selling like 4 times as many records as these pop artists and whatnot that are playing out here. Why aren't we on your station?
Like fucking rock radio stations are, instead of actually playing rock and metal, they're playing subpar rock. Like, I shit you not. Like, I don't listen to the radio anymore because of this. Mm-hmm. But instead of, like, because they have at least maybe about 20 songs from 20 different artists. Like, 20 songs in total that they go on a rotation. And, like, maybe even, like, 15 of those songs aren't even fucking rock songs. I don't know how many times I've heard 21 fucking Pilots.
I've heard 21 Pilots on
fucking 98 Rock. I'm like, I'm sorry.
Don't get me wrong.
They're good.
I enjoy them, but they're not rock.
That's not rock. I don't listen to 98 Rock to listen to 21 Pilots. I don't listen to 98 Rocks to listen to fucking 30 Seconds to Mars. I don't listen to 98 Rock to fucking listen to fucking
whatever the
fuck.
Because, I mean, how many times have you heard freaking, let's see, Open Your Eyes by Disturbed, Zombie by Bad Wolves.
Whenever they play Bad Wolves, that's the only song they play. They never played a single original song by Bad Wolves on the radio. I got curious
and I listened. I was like, let me actually listen to Bad Wolves.
They're fucking good.
They go hard, man.
They're fucking good, but the only fucking song they play is a pop cover that they did.
Which
only fucking song.
At first, yeah. If it play it for like the first couple of weeks because it's new and the story behind it, because Doris passed away.
Yeah.
And they wanted to pay honor, which I respect that. But don't continuously play it.
Like, it's been how many years and they still just play that one song.
It's been like
them.
What, a year and a half, almost 2 years now, and they're still playing that exact same song. Or Open Your Eyes by Disturbed.
Which is a good song, but like song. Disturbed has so many other fucking songs. Like when it comes to Disturbed, they play a core of like 4 or 5 songs by them. They play Open Your Eyes, Sound of Silence, Once in a Blue Moon, fucking Animal.
Yeah.
And then fucking maybe Once in a Blue Moon, super edited version, Down with the Sickness. That's fucking it.
And we're talking like heavily edited, like half the song cut out.
It's just like cut out. But I mean, like, Disturbed has so many great songs. The entire Indestructible album, phenomenal. Right. Their Hell album, I think it's Hell, or Two Worlds album, which is a very underrated... Lost Children.
Yeah.
Fucking phenomenal album. The Game album, fucking phenomenal.
And my thing is...
I can keep going.
I remember, what was it, a couple years ago, like freaking... I got off work. I used to work the night shift, and I got off probably like 10:30, 11 o'clock, and I turned on 98 Rock, and they were playing like death metal, like brutal.
It was called The Pit. Back in the day.
Yes, I remember that, and like I think that was I only heard it one time, because you know what came up after that? Freaking Scratch and Sniff. Which I
despise
like
scratch and sniff.
I do not like it because
I despise it.
It is a metal and rock station, and you're playing
a DJ,
and you're playing trap beats over it.
Yeah, and it's a fucking DJ that they have that is mixing and fucking like no.
And the thing is, it's not even.
No,
it's not even.
God, no.
It's
no.
It's not even a good mix either. It's just the song with a beat behind it.
Yeah,
no,
like the
no
song
editing.
already has a beat.
That's what I'm saying, and that bothers me, man. And like, so I'm gonna quote John Cooper real quick.
Man, triggered.
Yeah, I'm gonna quote John Cooper real quick, and this is what he said verbatim. Quote,
word for word quote.
He goes, "I go into the radio stations and ask why don't you play us, and they say they don't think fans will like it. I mentioned to them that we have 4 times as many streams as the number one artist. Think of any number one artist right now is probably a pop artist.
Yeah.
Number one artist, they have 4 times as many streams as them, and they're a Christian metal band.
They really fucking made a name for themselves.
And to keep going with the quote, the guys respond to him, yeah, but those are not real rock fans.
Which I want to say this, whoever fucking said that, you're a fucking idiot.
Because the thing is, I freaking love Skillet. They get me hyped. They get me going. When I'm playing the drums, I freaking love playing Monster because it's so much fun and it gets you going, man.
Yeah, man, and that's a classic of theirs.
I love
Super
Monster.
classic.
Freaking Monster, Rebirth, Rainbow in the Dark. You know, just to name a few. They're awesome. Tsunami. The freaking newer one they just released.
On a quick side note,
I can't remember.
Why is Tsunami spelled with a T?
Why is pterodactyl spelled with a P?
Pterodactyl spelled with a P?
Yeah, but pterodactyl. I'm not even lying to you. I swear.
What do you think? Fuck's wrong with English?
Where do you think that word came from, or that joke came from? Why can't you hear a pterodactyl in the bathroom? Because his P is silent.
I've never heard that joke.
You ever heard that one?
No.
Okay, but anyway, so they go, yeah, but those are not real rock fans. And then John responds by saying the gatekeepers, which basically, you know, the heads of the radio industry and stuff like that.
Basically,
it's the gatekeepers' fault. They don't want to change or play anything new.
They don't. Because if you honestly truly listen to it, I haven't heard any new honest shit from any of these bands.
No.
Even Disturbed, all of them. You don't hear any of the new stuff. It's the same fucking songs that they've been playing for the past, 2-3 years on a fucking loop constantly.
I feel like it's like they just press a button and walk away, and whatever happens.
That's what they do. And when they come back, they sit down for a few minutes, give a little fucking quote-unquote ad, or they do their little sit-down segment with whoever the fuck they're doing with, and then play, leave. Play, leave. And they just play the same shit.
Freaking put up my Pandora or my YouTube on there. What? You'll hear some music, man.
What happened to when radio was one of the respected things? That when your shit got on the radio, you made it. You made it, man. When you would send your shit into the radio and they would listen to it and they're like, fuck yeah, let's play this shit. And they played it. What happened to the independency about it? What happened to when it really actually meant something? Because of this shit, more and more people are getting away from fucking radio and going more to the digital streaming radios like iHeartRadio, Pandora, fucking Spotify, shit like that. And being done with it. Because of that shit right there.
It's because radio is dying, man. It used to be...
used to be respected.
It used to be because back, like we were saying, back in the day, maybe the early 2000s, 90s, and 80s, if you were the radio, you're like, holy crap, dude, whoever's on the radio right now, man.
I remember when they made Mice and Men got on the fucking radio for the first time, and I was like, who the fuck is this? It was great.
I've heard of Mice and Men on the radio. I think I heard Beartooth on the radio not too long ago.
I heard Beartooth on the radio. I've heard of Mice and Men on the radio. I remember fucking... Crown the Empire. Sorry, I had a brain fart there. But Crown the Empire, man. All this shit. But keep in mind, when all this shit was going on, this was about maybe 4-5 years ago, and beyond then.
I don't even listen to the radio anymore.
Come from 2014-15 until now, radio literally just said, fuck all this shit. we're going to do what these corporate people are doing because they're the ones paying us, kind of shit.
And the only things that actually get plays now are all the freaking pop songs.
Mm-hmm.
The new, what's the new pop or mumble rap artist out there? And they'll cycle those things, left and right, But I'm like, what about the metal? What about the rock? What about what we used to?
It's so underappreciated, man.
And it's sad, but I mean,
breaks my heart.
But, it's kind of going back to what happened to Metallica back in the 80s. Because the radio stations would not play Metallica at all. They did not want them on them. They did not think they were good enough for radio. And guess what Metallica ended up doing? They ended up selling out arenas.
Yeah.
Arenas without the radio's help.
Because they said, fuck the radio.
That's what I'm saying.
We'll do it on our own.
They're going to do it. We're going to do it on our own. And they ended up doing it on their own. They became probably the biggest metal band to this day.
And that's what everyone's having to do now. They're literally saying, fuck the radio because we're not going to have them play our shit. That we're going to have to do this all on our own. In order to get our shit out there, we're going to have to rely on other fucking streaming services.
Like, that's how I found out about freaking... surprise. That's how I found out about Whitechapel, was because of streaming services. Mm-hmm. I was like, who the heck are these guys? These guys go hard. I like them. Then I started listening to them. I'm buying their albums, buying their merch, going to their shows. And come to find out, they're probably one of, if not the biggest death metal band out there right now.
Yeah, they really are.
And that's the thing. A lot of these other bands I found was because of streaming platforms, such as Pandora, Spotify,
because
YouTube.
Because if you actually click on a band that and you click on one of their quote-unquote radio stations, the fucking streaming service actually does justice and plays new fucking shit and different shit every fucking time. And if you like it or dislike it, they change it and diversifies it.
Yeah, they say, okay, oh yeah, this song's really good. Let me give that a thumbs up. Okay, we'll play more songs like this.
Or if you don't like it, we'll find something different.
We'll get rid of those types of songs. We'll find this. Like, I have a freaking Jaron Dines radio on Pandora, and it probably has some of... It's where I found pretty much all the bands I know now. Black Tongue, Continent, freaking just stuff like that.
All because of a YouTuber.
All because of a YouTuber, man. And that's the thing.
He's great. Jeez. I love Jared Dines.
Okay,
he played with fucking
Breaking Benjamin.
Yep. And his little rival, Stevie T backed out from Dragon Force.
Pansy. He probably couldn't play in Fire and Flames.
No, his hands couldn't keep up. He probably got anxiety and had to cry in a corner.
Oh, man. Okay, so we went on a rant right there. I apologize.
It needed to be said, though.
It is needed to be said. Radios are dying. Streaming services are coming up. Thank you for streaming services.
Thank you.
Pandora, Spotify, iHeartRadio, YouTube, stuff like that.
Spotify is the best out of them all because you can make your own playlist, and on top of fucking that, it does have radio stations, and there's unlimited skips.
Screw Spotify. That's too much work. I enjoy Pandora because I'm lazy.
But you only have 6 skips. I like to skip shit.
Hey, do you want to move on to a New Blood real quick?
Yeah, let's do some New Bloods.
Alright, let's not do ASMR because I'm not going to be listening to this. I freaking hate that, dude. It bothers me. I just want to punch a child right in the mouth whenever I hear
breaking glass.
Like, if it's the the crunching of rocks or something like that, that's fine.
I like those satisfying hydraulic press videos. Yeah. I love watching things get smashed.
But I swear, if I hear someone smack, and I swear, Zach, if you do it to get out because I said it, I'm gonna hit you. Don't you dare.
Okay.
Don't you dare! I swear to God. But anyway, oh man, let's get to it, man. We only got a few minutes, so let's bump this out really quick.
We got New Bloods.
We got a few New Bloods, and I think let's hit up with a send it to the slaughterhouse right afterwards.
Ooh.
Yeah, a little something for you. So
spicy.
Before we get into the New Blood, I want to say I don't know if you guys follow our Facebook page, but you definitely should. It's the Metal Hour on Facebook.
Go give it a like.
Yeah. So we recently posted a thing about the band Gravewalker, which we talked about last show, and
we also posted one of my original songs called Spice.
Yeah, Zach's got an original song called Spice that we just posted today. Go check it out. I think you'll really enjoy it. It's not too long. It's not going to take up much of your time.
It's about maybe 2 minutes.
About maybe less than that. But the band freaking Gravewalker, which they teased a song with Ben Durr from Shadow of Intent, which was called Rise Leviathan.
Is out.
It finally came out, and I listened to it the other day. I showed Zach it today, and it freaking slams, dude. Like, bro. Oh my gosh, man.
It's like, ever heard of the brown note? The legendary brown note? Well, it's the opposite of that. This is like the B note for fucking brutal.
I love it. I love it. So if you guys go check out Gravewalker, this isn't the new blood, but they were the last one. Gravewalker, the song is called Rise Leviathan with Bender. Oh my gosh, you will not be disappointed. It's balls to the wall from start to finish.
Balls to the wall.
But man, let's get a few new bloods out of the way. I'm gonna start out with probably one of the best ones. Some of you might know him, some of you might not, but I think they need a little bit more recognition. It'd be Ginger. Ooh, dude, yeah. Ginger with I believe her name is Tatiana. She's a female death metal. I wouldn't really call them death metal, but more heavy metal vocalist.
She does a lot of cleans, but when she screams, man, holy shit.
And she can do some lows for a female, man.
She don't sound like a female when she screams. No. She sounds like a fucking not adolescent, that's not what I was trying to say. She sounds like a full-blown fucking man.
You're right.
With a beard.
Like, she can hold her own with all these, top dogs, you know what I'm saying?
She's because fucking good.
Listen to the song Pisces and close your eyes. Just close your eyes.
And listen to it.
And just listen to it, trust me. Then when you hear the lows, open up your eyes and look that she's still doing them. It is amazing, and she's very, very beautiful.
She is. She's very pretty.
She's a very beautiful woman, and they're Ukrainian, actually.
Ooh.
Yeah, so
like Ukrainian?
Ukrainian? Arcania?
Arcania, Ukrainia.
Slaughterhouse. But no, guys, go check out Ginger Pisces. They're really freaking good. They just released some new stuff, actually. Some new music videos and new songs. I like them. You should like them. Go check them out. Tell them Metal Hour sent you.
Now, what you got, personally, I got one. It's actually a band that I just listened to today.
Okay.
Now, forgive me, I don't know how to really pronounce it. It's I want to say it's Varials. It's Varials. Varials.
Yep.
Kind of like that skateboard trick.
Yep.
And so essentially, the song that I listened to was called New Damnation.
Okay.
And I'm not gonna say it was holy fucking shit, best shit out there.
Brutal, melt your face off.
It was basically, I'm gonna be honest, it was your typical metal.
Right.
It sounds kind of not basic, but it sounds like your normal genre. But it was very groovy. Mm-hmm. And I was listening to it while driving, and I like how I know it was good is because I was doing this fucking chicken bob head thing.
Right.
And I was going fucking 60, 65, and a 30. So, yeah, it had me going.
Right.
It was really good. And I really enjoyed it. And the vocals were very, very solid. Guitar work was very solid. It just all around, well-rounded band. I enjoy them.
That's good. I'm glad to hear it, definitely. So, before we get going, I just want to say we do have a Send It to Slaughterhouse coming up, but I want to get some things out of the way. If you like us, give us a like, subscribe to the channel, follow us on Facebook at The Metal Hour. If you want to chat with us, send us a message on there as well. But we also do have an email. It's themetalhour1, the number 1, at gmail.com. If you have any suggestions or news that you want us to talk about, new bloods, slaughterhouses, anything like that, let us know. And I check the emails every day. I check the socials every day. So I will typically respond to you within a day.
Yeah.
So we thank you guys for listening. So let's get into this slaughterhouse real quick, and I'm a
song against song.
Yeah, song against song, because the last one it was a little wonky.
It was a test run of the slaughterhouse, and as we progress, it will diversify and become better.
Absolutely. So I was looking for another song today that would go better with this, but I absolutely could not find it. So I chose one I think could hold its own with this one. So we have Song versus Song.
Okay.
We have Angel Maker.
Ooh.
Angel Maker, Shia LaBeouf. Yeah, which is a great song.
Yes.
Versus Born of Osiris is the Machine. Whew. That's a good one.
Fuck.
Because here's the thing.
You got like super hardcore death metal, and then you
versus
have
melodic metal.
Melodic.
Because here's my thing. I think Born of Osiris has them on the melodicy, especially with the sweet picking in the machine
and the plucking that they do. That insane plucking skills. I'm just saying, like, the dude is a fucking beast when it comes to plucking. Like, holy fucking shit,
dude is a monster, dude. But Angel Maker's got him on the vocals.
Oh yeah, dude.
He's got him on I don't know the Angel Maker's guy's name, so I apologize.
Witch.
But
we're gonna call him Witchy Witch.
Witchy Witch, old Witchy. His lows are nasty.
They're low.
Like they're
below normal octaves.
Like I feel like I gotta turn it down when I'm summoning something in my car, you know?
Yeah.
Like I'm like, I start seeing my passenger seat portal opening up. You're like, oh god,
get down there, get down. No.
They're like, are you listening to Angel Maker? Oh god, you know, and just put that back down. So
not now, Morty.
Not now, Morty. So we got Angel Maker, Shia LaBeouf, Born of Osiris Machine. Before we decide, put your comments down below what you think wins it, and tell us why. Why do you think they're better? You know,
yeah. Why they're better than who?
Yeah. So, what do you think? Who are you gonna have to give it to,
bro? So personally, I'm thinking about it, and this is gonna be hard. This is basically like trying to like pick like your favorite kind of food, or like what the fuck you want for dinner. Do you want breakfast for dinner, or do you want a steak dinner? You know, it's like you like your pancakes, your eggs, your sausage, and all that good shit, but then it's like a fucking prime fucking rib with corn on the cob and some maybe green beans and some mash, and it's just like they're both so good and they're both filling, but it's like, what are you wanting? And it's just like, I don't know. Can we have both? But you can't.
And you're like, no, one or the other.
It's one or the other.
This ain't a buffet. You ain't Golden Corral, boy.
I'll be honest. I've never seen Angel Maker live. So, but I have seen Born of Osiris live. And they put on a good show. Okay. They're live. They have a lot of energy when they're playing live.
Right.
But since I haven't seen Angel Maker live, I can't take that into account.
Right.
So it's literally strictly down to the song. So in regards to that, I'm going to have to, as it kills me to say it, I'm going to have to give it to Angel Maker.
Yeah?
Like, I love Born of Osiris, and please don't hate me, Born of Osiris, for me saying this, but I have to give it to Angel Maker due to the fact of the diversity of the vocals and the energy behind the songs. Right. Because, yes, the machine's good. It is good. But it's
does it really get you hyped?
No, it's not. It's not really a super hypey song.
It's a fun listen.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. It's a fun listen. It's something that you can really bob your head to. It's not super fucking in your face. It's a nice car ride. Yeah, it's a nice car ride. But Shia LaBeouf, on the other hand, that's something that will get your dick hard and make you fucking fuck a tree.
Just like Shia LaBeouf.
Yeah, pretty much. So you're saying Angel Maker, Shia LaBeouf beats Born of Osiris Machine? Yes, sir.
Okay, I'm going to have to, unfortunately, agree with you. Because, though I do love Born of Osiris Machine, that sweet picking is just orgasmic.
It really is.
That's probably one of the only true redeeming qualities of that song. The song itself is okay. It's not bad. It's definitely Born of Osiris. But if it wasn't for that sweet picking, I don't think it would have held up.
The guitarist really made that song what it is.
He definitely did.
The vocals weren't amazing. Like, everything about it wasn't like, it was good. It's just not amazing. But the guitarist took that okay song and made it great. Mm-hmm. If that wasn't there, then it would just be an average song. Right. It would be.
So I think Angel Maker takes the cake, and Born of Osiris Machine, I'm sorry, but we have to send you to the slaughterhouse. Oh, man. Whew, that was a pretty good one. If you guys agree with us, let us know. If you disagree, let us know why. So we got Angel Maker is staying above the elitist, and then, unfortunately, Born of Osiris, the Machine, goes to the slaughterhouse.
Now, I will say this, Dom, before we end up wrapping this up, if I'm not mistaken, don't we have a little teaser for next episode for the viewers? New segment?
We do have a new segment, and we also have something else that we got teased too. We have a new segment called Death Poetic?
Death Poetic.
Death Poetic. We're not going to tell you anything besides the name. If you can figure it out, that's awesome.
Kudos to you. But you're going to have to wait till the next episode to find out what it is.
I think it probably it might be one of our favorite segments.
I'm gonna love it.
I think it's gonna be really fun.
I'm gonna go over to the top with this.
I think it's gonna be really fun. We're gonna have a lot of great time with it. And before we go, like I said, follow us on our socials, Facebook, email us, metalhour1, the number 1, at Gmail. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, like it, share
subscribe.
it, do everything like that. All your typical YouTuber
Good
things.
nonsense.
But before we go, just a reminder that November 24th at the Orpheum in Ybor City.
Me and Dom are going to be there. If I'm not mistaken, it's a Chelsea Grin Spite show with
Chelsea Grin, Spite,
Traders,
and Left Behind.
Arcadia Strained.
Yes,
Arcadia Strained, and I think Left Behind might be there.
Left Behind might be there.
Might be.
I don't have the set with me, so I can't remember. But I know it's those main ones.
Yeah,
we're gonna be there. Come hang out.
You're
gonna
be there. Hang out with us. Ask about the Metal Hour.
Check us out. Ask about the Metal Hour. Tell your friends. We'll be showing off maybe some new merch.
Yeah, maybe.
That is only exclusively to us right now because we're not that big enough.
Yeah, we're kind of broke. But if you guys want some, I'm sure we can make something happen.
We'll figure something out for you. So November 24th, the Orpheum. Come check us out. Come check the bands out. Mosh with us. Talk with us. We love to
rage with us.
We love to hear and talk to you guys. Make some new friendships.
I'd love to catch an elbow by one of y'all. It would be wonderful. Break my jaw. It's all good.
Yeah, definitely. So we really appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much for listening. And as always, I am Dominic Gard.
I'm Zach Hart.
And stay metal out there, ladies and gentlemen.
Stay metal. Peace.